Hey everybody, Tim here with today's episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Season 4, Episode 13, Return to Grace. So this was an okay episode. It wasn't fantastic, but it wasn't terrible. It's basically a sequel episode to Indiscretion, the episode from earlier this season, where we saw Kira and Dukat basically have to team up together. With that, the ramifications of that episode is basically what this one's about, where it's revealed that Dukat has a daughter, Ziel, I think is what her name was, and she's half Bajoran. And after they get back to Cardassia, he's basically just stripped of his rank and his title and everything like that. And now he just has to fly this little ship. And the whole episode sees the return of Ziel, and it's about Dukat basically almost raging a self-war against the Klingons, because right now the Federation and the Klingons have broken their treaty, and so Cardassia and the Klingons are kind of talking. And on their way there's some really interesting scenes where they have to trick some Cardassians, and they trick a ship of Klingons, and they board their ship and then transport them to the Cardassian ship. And some really interesting dialogue where Kira's like, "We did it, we can go home now." But Dukat's like, "Nope." And he pushes a button and he blows up what was his own ship, killing all of the Klingons on board. And there's a fantastic scene where Dukat's just at one point, just the name Cardassian struck fear in everybody's heart, which is pretty true, especially going back to the Next Generation, where they kidnap Picard and everything. And he's like, now we've just been beaten, and people aren't scared of us, and now I'm the only Cardassian left. And it's some really, really great dialogue between the two of them. And I thought this episode did well as a character-driven story. I thought it did its job. It was really well. Finally, when we get to the end, Dukat asks Kira, do you want to keep going on this battle with me? And she's like, nope, I'm going to stay here, and I think it's best for your daughter, Ziel, to stay here with me. So now she is a member of the station crew, and it'll be interesting. So I don't really remember a lot of this episode or this character specifically for whatever reason, so I'm interested to see how often she pops up. You guys can feel free to talk about it. If spoil it, I don't care. So for those who have seen this one, what did you guys think about the whole war between the Cardassians and the Klingons? What do you guys think about Ziel? What do you guys think about this relationship between Kira and Dukat? Whether it's a friendship, whether it's arch enemies, however you want to call it, it is a relationship, whether good or bad. What do you guys think about that? Go ahead, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for everything, and I will see you guys next time for the Klingon episode, Sons of Moog.